Hi everyone, and welcome to my concept map of Folk Raphael's critical care theory, which focuses on what we do as nurses in the public arena. Because of diversity in people and their backgrounds, we have to prepare ourselves to be culturally sensitive to others' beliefs and the varying ways in which they learn and accept care. Therefore, we have to arm ourselves with not just formal education, but also experiential and transcultural knowledge. Raphael's critical care theory has roots in Watson's science of human caring. She transforms the curative factors into 7 curative health processes. The first one is preparing ourselves. This is needed to gain insight and understanding of who we are, our inner thoughts and feelings, to shed biases and give us confidence, wisdom, and strength to deal with the onslaught of information, stressors, and other environmental pressures that define our role in helping others. We have to always know our audience. In other words, we have to assess. We have to know who we are helping, and that distinction makes a huge difference. In my practice, the population ranges from a very mature adult to very elderly adult, some of whom have disabilities. And this is all part of assessments, which helps in approach and understanding. Excuse me. After assessments are made, we have an opportunity to build helping, trusting relationships. Since nurses are considered the most trusted profession, making relationships work should not be a problem. But if we are not familiar with someone's customs and beliefs, it can be difficult. Knowing one's race, language, traditions, etc. allows us to be fully engaged in determining needs and goals. The resident can also add his or her views that are beneficial, that will help them in achieving those goals. And this is an example of a reflexive relationship. In addition to recognizing one's health goals, the nurse also has to be cognizant of intervening variables that may hinder or slow down achievement of goals. For example, if a resident is on a fixed income and has to choose between paying the rent, buying food, or purchasing medications, this can also add to their stress. Perhaps they don't have insurance to visit their doctor regularly, or maybe a simple ride to the pharmacy can become a huge obstacle. Also, do they have a support system in place, such as family, neighbors, or anyone who might be able to help them during an emergency? Because some of them do not, that's where community leaders and outreach from other disciplines can fill in the gaps. I often work with social workers, different organizations, pharmacists, religious leaders, and others who are all too willing to help in providing free services or developing social programs, such as diabetes certification for our Hispanic population, or offering information on stroke and fall prevention. All these programs help to keep our community healthy, but when funding runs out, these programs are gone. And that is why, as nurses, we have to be on the front lines. We have to get involved politically, starting first at a local level and increasing to a much broader scale. Activism can start with a simple call or letter to our local legislator, or a visit to our mayor to voice concerns. Activism can be transglobal, as well as for those interested in global advocacy. In essence, critical care theory tells us to keep an open mind to other views regarding healing and well-being, to provide the most and best possible appropriate care. Principles of critical care theory. According to Smith, the essence of critical care theory is addressing economic and social conditions that restrict good health. Nurses have long challenged the status quo for changes in social determinants essential to health and well-being. The connection to the meta paradigm is that a person is any individual, family, group, community, etc. in the public domain. The nurse is the person developing a professional nursing relationship through capacity building and satisfying unmet needs. Health is well-being of any kind, and environment is the physical or spiritual space in which a person dwells or engages. Her theory is based on 7 curative factors, curative health promoting processes. 1 is preparation of self. 2 is developing and maintaining and helping trusting relationship. 3 is a systematic reflexive approach. Identify client goals together. Social determinants are integral. 4 is engage in transpersonal teaching and learning. Expertise received from both nurse and patient contribute to success of patient goals. 5 is create supportive and sustainable environment through advocacy and activism. Meeting needs and building capacity through shared information for wholeness and strength. And 7 is be open to spiritual ways of finding meaning using clients' own belief system. That is my presentation for the principles of critical care theory. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I've learned a great deal through this about public health nursing and developing an approach that will help those who I serve, and it will help them to hopefully achieve their best. It will broaden and strengthen their capacity to be healthy, and hopefully they will want to continue and carry on